UFC 302 will be a very interesting fight as Islam Makhachev will finally defend his lightweight world championship up against a lightweight. What? Never thought that would happen. And he's taking on Dustin the Diamond Poirier, who many people think after this fight he's retiring, which makes sense. He's like 35 or 36. He makes sense. He's old. And in the co-main event, you have the former middleweight world champion Sean Strickland versus Paulo Costa. Of course, the undercard is also decently good. I say decently good because all I know is Kevin Holland and Jailton Almeida, and I don't like Jailton Almeida. How do you get slumped by those hits? I get it, you're heavyweight. I get it. It's heavyweights. They got heavy hands. That's a must. That's a must, right? But like, come on, you disappoint me. But anyway, Kevin Holland's back after losing the MVP in a very, very one-sided beatdown. Kind of disappointed in Kevin Holland, but hey, he's still my guy. We rooting for Kevin Holland to win up against Michael Oleksiejczuk, and we're rooting for Jailton Almeida versus Alexander Romanov. Is that possible? Yes, it's 100% possible. Look how Jailton Almeida was ragdolling Curtis Blades up until getting stopped by slaps. Whatever. Wait a minute. Alexander Romanov's nickname is King Kong. Oh, god damn it. I can't cheer against this guy. He's King Kong. I like King Kongs. Boxing or UFC. But anywho, co-main event. You have Paulo Costa taking on the former champion Sean Strickland. Paulo Costa is, of course, 14-3. 11 wins by way of knockout, 1 submission, and 2 decisions. Obviously a stoppage artist. Of course, he lost 1 time via KO and 2 times by decision. Of course, the most recent one being to Robert Whittaker, who he almost stopped in the first round, kind of. I mean, those are the last seconds, so not really too big on that. And then got outworked for the other 2 rounds. So, yeah. Paulo Costa, you ruined my parlay, my imaginary parlay. Of course, his other 2 losses, Marvin Vettori and Israel Adesanya. And he'll be taking on the former world champion, Sean the Tarzan Strickland. 28 wins, 6 losses, 11 wins by way of knockout, 4 submissions, and 13 decisions. Not that much of a power puncher. 6 losses, 2 by knockout, and 4 by decisions. Also has a pretty good chin. His last loss was against Dricus du Plessis for the belt, where many people thought Sean Strickland won. I myself thought Sean Strickland won, but it was close enough to the point where I could see someone giving it to Dricus du Plessis. His other losses being to Jared Cannonier, Alex Pereira, and Kamaru Usman, the most notable ones. Of course, this will be a very interesting fight, as for some reason they didn't give Sean Strickland Robert Whittaker or Khamzat Chimaev. They gave him Paulo Costa, and it's not even for the number 1 contenders. I get it, he lost recently to the champion, but it was a close fight. I would expect him to get right back into title contention, but no, they're giving him like a ranked number 9 or something. I don't know how that works, but whatever, right? Robert Whittaker and Khamzat Chimaev are fighting for number 1 contender series. Why? Because they're trying to push Khamzat Chimaev. As simple as that. Also, because Sean Strickland beats both of them. Just saying. Just like how he's going to beat Paulo Costa. I think he's going to beat him via, unfortunately, probably very boring decision. I like Sean Strickland a little bit. I like his fighting style, kind of, but it's a little boring. I think everyone can admit that. But the way Paulo Costa was fighting up against Robert Whittaker, he's just going to get out-jabbed, basically, by Sean Strickland. And I don't think Paulo Costa is really going to land anything clean on Sean Strickland. But the sole fact that, well, the only clean shot was some weird spinning sole of the foot hit. So I was like, damn. But anywho, yeah, I think I just got Sean Strickland just out-jabbing Paulo Costa for, like, the whole round. Which is very much possible. He's not going to push the pace. Sean Strickland's never going to push the pace. Even if you try to push the pace, he obviously does not want that. But Paulo Costa's best shot at winning is to make Sean Strickland uncomfortable, kind of like with Dricus du Plessis. But at the same time, he was also kind of losing when he was trying to push the pace. I mean, don't get me wrong, the takedowns definitely helped, but like, not really. He just got straight right. He got straight back up. I was like, bruh. But yeah, it's going to be a 5-round decision for Sean Strickland. Paulo Costa can make it ugly, but I don't think it's going to work. I think Strickland's a little too defensive for that. I don't know. He's very good at not making it a fast-paced fight, even when it does become fast-paced. I mean, he started swinging wildly when his eye got cut, or not his actual eye, but got cut, and he basically couldn't see from the eye, so obviously he pushed the pace. He's like, ah, damn, I can't see. But anyways, main event, very interesting. Islam Makhachev versus Dustin Poirier. Of course, Dustin Poirier, the Diamond, is 30-8. 15 wins by way of knockout, 8 submissions, and 7 decisions. A very good stoppage artist. 8 losses, 3 by KO, 3 by submission, and 2 by decision. This dude's a well-rounded loss artist. Of course, he is coming off of a second-round stoppage win over Benoit Saint Denis. I may have been wrong on that decision, maybe. But before that, he lost to Justin Gaethje via head kick. Charles Oliveira, Khabib Nurmagomedov, obviously, also won to Conor McGregor. You know, he's been around. He's 35. And of course, he'll be taking on the lightweight world champion, Islam Makhachev. Now, of course, Makhachev is 25-1 with 5 wins by way of knockout, 11 submissions, and 9 decisions. A decently well-rounded fighter. Decent. With 1 loss. That being by way of knockout. He got knocked out, as many people know. Back all the way in 2015, he got knocked out by Alexandre Pantoja, man. How's that possible? Me personally, I would never let that happen. But hey, you do you, man. You do you. Okay, all jokes aside, he lost to some dude named Adriano Martins. In the first round, the dude got slumped. You look at the replay, oh my, that dude got knocked out. Makhachev sucks. But after that, he's coming off of a nice streak of wins, obviously only losing once. Beating Bobby Green in the first round by knockout, and then getting a title shot. Whatever. But he did beat him via arm triangle choke in the second round. Whatever. Beat, quote unquote, Alexander Volkanovski the first time. Many people thought Alexander Volkanovski won. But the second fight being a last minute replacement fat alcoholic Alexander Volkanovski. So that's weird. Oh, but ain't you choosing to win? Yeah, but hindsight's 2020. Okay, hindsight's 2020. But anywho, who do I got winning? Well, it'll be a very interesting one because a lot of idiots are like, hey man, what if Islam Makhachev knocks out Dustin Poirier? If Islam Makhachev attempts to knock out Dustin Poirier, he's going to get knocked out worse than what he was knocked out before. He's getting knocked out worse if he attempts to outbox Dustin Poirier. What is he, an idiot? I know he's 35, but damn, look what he did at Benoit Saint Denis. But of course, it's just going to be like all the other lightweight world champions. They're going to win by submission up against strikers. Ooh, wow, so impressive. You submitted a guy who doesn't know wrestling. Ooh. Yeah, screw it. Throw in Paddy Pimblett in there. I bet he whoops his ass. Islam Makhachev probably going to submit Dustin Poirier in the third round. Why third? Because Makhachev's probably going to think, oh, I'm going to go all boxing for the first 2 rounds. And then he gets dropped. And you're like, oh, never mind. I'm going to go back to wrestling. What's up with all the strikers, man? Why don't you all learn wrestling? Where's the wrestlers in the lightweight division? Throw them in there. I get it. He beat Charles Oliveira, but who cares? No, screw it. Give Benoit Saint Denis a ranked opponent and then send him in there. I don't care. He'll get it done. But of course, many people are rooting for Dustin. Obviously, this will most likely be his last fight. A very sad end to the fight. Obviously, losing. Probably like the 3rd time for a title. Khabib, Oliveira, then Makhachev. You know, it's weird, man. At least he defends his belt against a lightweight. Is just a guy who can't wrestle, who's already been beaten by wrestlers. Ooh, so impressive. Pound for pound number 1. Ooh. I bet he won't move up and fight Leon Edwards. He's too scared. Weight bully. Ooh, I'm a wrestler. I submitted a striker. Ooh. Bum. But anywho, screw it. We're not rocking with Islam Makhachev. We're rocking with Dustin Poirier. 5th round guillotine choke. That's right. He outboxes him for 4 rounds and then decides to finish him. Dustin Poirier will become the new lightweight world champion. Okay, I'm done coping. Islam Makhachev 2nd round submission. Ooh, I'm a wrestler. I submitted a striker. Ooh. You know, you should fight a wrestler next time. Ooh. But anywho, UFC 302, I got Sean Strickland winning by decision and Makhachev 2nd round decision. But anyway, that's the end of the video. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll catch you in the next one.